Well, Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to this new year. I wish you, me, and all of us, okay, a great new year. Okay, I remember waking up first thing in the morning on the first, and I was woken up by the sunlight, just streaming into my room. And I remember thinking 2024 is gonna be a mischievous year. Okay, this year is coming in like tickling you, like I was asleep, okay, peacefully, and then the sun just. I was like, get your bright ass light out of my face. 2024. I feel good. I feel like it's gonna be okay. An okay year compared to all the years, the last few years we've had. So I think it's gonna be pretty cool, pretty chill. 2024. Okay, it's just gonna be so goofy. Walking in and waking you up with the sunlight, like, yeah. But yes, welcome to this new year. So in this new year, something I've come to realize is that this is a blessing. Being able to still be alive today is like, well, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. This is not a year I thought I would see, so it is a year I am grateful to be able to be a part of. So I realized there are some steps I learned in 2023 that made it so I realized, hey, my 2024 could be a bit more manageable because I'm learning, I'm growing, and I'm maturing, especially mentally, financially. Those are things that I'm doing. And I realized, okay, well, what I've learned in 2023, I could use that to make my 2024 so much better. I think that's another one of the energy that makes me feel like 2024 is gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right. And in that, I did learn a few things, right? And I want to talk about it, right? So there are 7 main points I'm gonna be touching on today. Okay, 7 main steps to finally be able to take charge of your 2024, to finally make this new year your year. Right. What is our point number 1? Well, point number 1 for me was I had to learn that there are no quick fixes in life. The scam that is quick success, that's not a thing. It's not a thing, at least not something I've been privy to get, and I remember growing up, back at home, and I remember hearing so many stories of young men and women who do like a lot of things just to get like successful quickly. And I remember thinking, that's terrifying, and they never really seem to have a good ending with all of that. So I realized, hey, one main thing I learned in 2023 and having to literally settle down and learn about my financial life, learn more about my psychological life, my social life, and decide to take charge of that. I had to learn that there is no quick fix in life. None. I have to, if there is anything I want to build in my life, I have to build it myself, step by step, until I actually get it. Because that's the only way it's gonna last. That's the only way I'm gonna be able to build something with a strong foundation. So that was my point number 1. There are no quick fixes. Go for it, right? But patience. And my point number 2, plan things over years. Plan things over a long period of time. When I plan things over a long period of time, I've come to realize I'm better able to actually, make them happen, to actually get them. Why? Because I planned them over a long period of time, or a long enough period of time. I'm not that scared, and I'm not as anxious as, if I had planned it for like a 2-3 month span of time, I would be so much more anxious, so much more worried, like, oh my God, when I'm gonna go to, oh my God, 3 months is almost up, But when I learned I have to plan things over years, over a long period of time, and that helps me better. It controls my anxiety, and I'm able to, actually learn more as I do this over years and become better at it over time. My point number 3 I learned in 2023. Oh, that rhymed. The work you do for you at your own pace is so much more fulfilling.
Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Once I got that, it turned my life around. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. He said, if you work hard on your job, you'll make a living. If you work hard on yourself, you can make a fortune.
Oh my God. What I do for me at my pace in my time makes me so much happier. Like, making my YouTube videos, creating my channel, building Hobvis and getting my website out there, trying to build the website, but little by little, just like our point number one, little by little, but it is so much more fulfilling. Even though we've hardly really gone anywhere, I feel so much happier, doing it. And I realized the work you do for you at your own pace, in your own time, in your own space as well, that is so much more fulfilling. My favorite rapper, NF, in his song Hope, I love that song. Let me tell you, oh my God, I love it so much. In that song Hope, NF, he mentioned about, being willing to take the pay cuts to do the things you love. I love that guy because I resonate with him so much. And that song reminded me why, and going through the year 2023, towards the end, when I was finally able to, work for myself for a period of time, I realized this makes me happy. This makes me comfortable. This makes me okay. This makes me, I don't really feel like pulling out my hair. I don't really feel like climbing up a tall building and, I don't feel that way, I feel okay. And I love making these videos, and I love Hobvis, and I love that it's a place I could actually sell things I love. Oh my God. I felt so much more fulfilled. Okay, and once again, I resonated so much more with NF again, in his hope. And I feel like I realized the work I do for me makes me have that sense of hope, that sense of possible fulfillment. And I think I'm grateful for that. So that is my point number 3. Try as much as possible to do something, to work for you in your time and in your space, to do something that you actually want to do, something that doesn't really make you want to just pull out your whole head of hair and throw it in the trash can. Try to, if you're able to try getting something like that, you will be so much more happy. You'll be so much happier. You'll be so much more fulfilled, and that was my point number 3. That was the third thing I learned in 2023. I have to actually work for me in my space and time, and that helps me feel fulfilled. So that's something you could pick up as well in this year of 2024. Even if you don't really work for you yet or do the things you love yet, you could start it on the side, in the free time, the little time you may have that you are able to actually do it. You can actually start, something little, and maybe over time it could grow enough to be something that sustains you and something you're able to work on full time. But yeah, start now. That is actually our point number 4. Start now. Okay, the point number 4 I learned during the course of the year of 2023. There were so many changes in my life in 2023. Okay, first of all, I moved from the city I was at before to another, from the state I was at before to a whole nother state. And I practically knew nobody there. I had a few friends and I was like, okay, let me stay with you for a while. I changed where I lived. I changed my job twice. Okay, so many changes happened to me in 2023. But I feel like I'm so much happier now for that as well. For those changes, I'm so much happier. I'm so much more fulfilled that I had those changes, and one thing I didn't actually let get me down in 2023 was, time or when to start. No, when I felt I needed to move from the city I was at, I moved. When I felt I needed to get a new job, I got it. When I felt I needed to leave that job, I left, and by doing that, by being able to do what, decisive, I guess you could say, being decisive and being able to, take those steps, and start now. The things you actually love and want to do them now, start. I think that did help me a lot in 2023, and it's one of the reasons I feel a lot more at peace, going into 2024, because I know now that if there is something I want to do, I'm gonna be able to start, and maybe over time I'm gonna be better at it, good at it, and that's good. So that was my point number 4, start now. Yeah. And that takes us to our point number 5, the 5th thing I learned to be able to change my life in 2024. Point number 5, what I learned: do it anyway. Do it anyway, even if you're embarrassed about it, even if it, like for me, starting out and building the things I want to do, they're not exactly the most quality or the most professional, but I'm learning to do it anyway. Get it out anyway. Get it out. Get it out and learn as you go. Actually learn on the job, learn in public with everybody, and that was the 5th thing I had to learn. Even when I'm embarrassed about something, I have to actually get it. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. Get it out anyway. And that, I realized, was the only way to do it. Get it out, learn from your mistakes, and make the next best video. So that, or at least in my case, make the next best video. That came from me making my YouTube videos, not really knowing how to start, how to go about anything, and yeah, I wasn't sure about much, for that YouTube video, for my YouTube videos, and I had to learn to just do it anyway, and something I came to, as a goal for myself was to make my next video my next best video. So the next video should be even better than the last. That way, maybe I could actually grow. Maybe I could actually learn. But yeah, that was my point number 5. I learned in 2023, do it anyway, get it out, and that's really the only way you can do it. That's really the only way you can do it. If you're waiting until you are 100% professional, 100%, know how to do it, chances are that's never gonna happen. That's never gonna come. Why? Because you actually learn how to do it as you do it. So the first few steps, just like any baby growing up, learning how to walk, our first few steps are like, yeah, we're falling. Okay, so but you have to learn on the job. So do it anyway, even if you feel embarrassed, even if you feel shy, just try to do something. But yes, that was my point number 5. And my point number 6 I learned in 2023 to take into my new year was invest in you first. That was my point number 6. Okay, the next thing I found during the year, I had to invest in me first. Okay, I had to stop worrying about what anyone else needed, what anyone else thought, what anyone else was saying. Like, I had to, eat. I had to survive. I had to, first of all, have a roof over my head. So with all of that, I had to invest in me first. So that was another thing I realized during the year. I have to invest in me first to be able to have something to then maybe later, when it overflows, I could give to others. But when I'm empty, okay, nothing is coming out. Nothing is gonna come out to nobody else. So if that's the case, then invest in you first. What I did towards the end of the year was I took that emergency fund I had finally been able to save, and I then put that in myself. I put that in time for me to do the things I wanted, for me to work for myself and stuff like that. And I came to realize I was happier for it. I was happy. I learned so much on investing that little fund in myself first. and you know, being able to now know, hey, I actually love making videos. Hey, I actually, you know, want to keep doing, you know, the little I can on my website over time, you know. And I had to, all of these steps I learned, you know, I just explain in this video, I just mentioned in this video, all of them, I learned them because I invested in me first. And I came to realize, hey, if I want to make something, I just have to make it and get it out there. It's never going to be perfect. Just get it out. You know, just start now. Do what needs to be done right away. And all of that came from investing in me first. So that was my step number 6, what I learned to take into my new year. Invest in you first, and you will be able to help others afterwards. And my point number 7. So my last point for this video, what I learned during the year, actually it was the greatest, the best thing I learned in the, you know, in last year, was actually financial education and literacy is important. Let me tell you. I know it sounds like common sense, but everything that, you know, is common sense but isn't, all sound like common sense, you know. And there are so many people who don't know much about their financial life. They don't even know much about their own financial situation. And when you come to realize that, you come to realize how much so many people don't even know that actually you could learn about finance. I actually didn't know that myself, but I'm going to give myself grace. I'm going to say I was young, right? Or I was just uninformed, right? So those are, you know, I was uninformed, I was young, but I came to learn during the year, oh my God, financial literacy and education is so important. And it is that one education that we're not taught. That most of the times growing up, we weren't even told we had to learn financial anything. No, we were told to make more money, more. And the truth is, make more money is good. Okay, yes, do it. But then if you don't know how to manage it, it doesn't really matter how much money you make. So yes, financial education. And a lot of people, you know, even myself included, actually at the beginning, I thought, hey, I need financial education when I have the money for it. You know, when I finally make that millions and I finally make it, I can now, you know, learn more about how to, you know, invest my money. And to me, financial education was all about investing my money. But no, during the year, I learned financial education includes so much more than just investing. It includes saving, it includes, you know, having space and a certain amount of your earnings allocated to different things. And that includes my emergency fund, that includes, of course, the spending money, but also my, you know, a little bucket where I put some money for my debts, all of that. You know, for me, I came to realize that financial education actually wasn't just how to invest money. That was actually the least of my problem. Okay, I didn't even have the money to invest, so my financial education wouldn't even cover that. But I then learned that there actually is so much more to financial education than just investing. You know, there is saving, there is emergency fund, there is you know, debt rectification, there is mortgage, you know, starting to save up for my first mortgage. There is, you know, saving and allocating some certain amount of money for my rent, saving and allocating just about certain amount for my actual spending during the month, and how that was so important. And I actually had to come to terms with the fact that I didn't have any extra money in my hand back then, because I actually wasn't as good at allocating my earnings. I wasn't as good at allocating my earnings to where they had to go. And that was a problem. You know, I had to learn how to allocate my money. That way I could actually, you know, have some allocations to savings. And that actually is going to be one of the, in my next video actually coming up. I am going to be talking about that. I'm going to be talking about how I was able to save that first 3 months of emergency fund. wasn't easy. Okay, for a very undisciplined person, that wasn't easy. So I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm also gonna show you the spreadsheets I created during that time to actually allocate the money and my funds to the different things I wanted to allocate them to. So you're gonna see all of that. And yeah, so I think that is all, and that is it for this video. So yes, that's it for this video, and I'm gonna put an end to it right here, right now. Okay, we're gonna have like a few more minutes of me rambling as we always do. But yeah, okay, that's it for this video. Don't forget to look out for my next video, which should be coming up soon, and hopefully by the time you see this one, it will be up. Yep. But yes, don't forget to look out for that video. I'm going to be talking about how I was able to finally save that 3 months of emergency fund without actually touching the money. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that, and join me for that video next time, okay? And don't forget to like, subscribe, share. I do not have any subscribers yet, so subscribe, please. Okay, I'm gonna stop, but yeah. Please go subscribe and like if you like the video, and don't forget to share, get more people involved. And yeah, that's it. Write your comments down below if they are nice. Yeah. If they are not, don't write it. I'm gonna delete it. But yeah, write your comments down below if they are nice. I'd love to see it. But yes, and lastly, don't forget to go check out my website, Hobvis. You already know. Don't forget to go check out Hobvis. Go check out our investment platform as well. A platform for where people can create things about their hobbies, little crafts, arts and crafts that they create, and they can upload it and they can also sell. So it is based principally on small hobbies and crafts and art. So yeah, go check Hobbies out, and don't forget to check out our investment platform. If investing in a startup is something that interests you, is something that you would love to try, join us in our crowdfunding. It is for as low as $50, $100, and then up and up. We got it up and up. So join us right now. Join the investment and grow with us as we grow. This is a great opportunity, in my opinion. Take my word for it. But yeah, it is going to be a great opportunity. As Hobvis grows, you get to grow with us, and you get to grow your investment with us. For those of you who are just starting out on learning how to invest and what to invest in, try Hobvis. But yeah, try Hobvis, and let's see. You will definitely be growing with us. Join our investment platform. Also join the Hobvis platform if you have crafts you love, you create. Join us, upload them, and we'd love to have you. So yes, that's it for this video. Go now. Go like, share, subscribe, and go join the investment platform. So yeah, I will see you in my next one. Bye bye. But then if you don't know how to manage it, it doesn't really matter how much money you make. I think someone is knocking.